It's finally happening. So earlier this year, I thought that I wanted to share stuff with you guys, but I just didn't know what to share. And life was lifing at the same time, so I didn't know what I wanted to share. But now I know exactly what I want to share. In case you don't know me, my name is Toby, and I love living my life to the fullest, like with all the information I'm able to get per time. Right? I love to learn. I love to read. So this channel is going to be an extension of me. That's all I'm saying. So if you're interested in learning and then applying that to your own life, and one way or the other to achieve your goals, then this is the place for you. So this week is special, really special, because this is my birthday week, and I thought this is like a very good time to actually start this channel. So yes, again, just want to talk about like the lessons I wish I'd learned earlier in my life. Oh my god, I was so stupid at some point in time, but I mean, it's just life. You just learn. I didn't get my note. A lesson that I wish I learned earlier is no one is coming to save you. And the earlier you sit down to chart your path, the better for you. I know it's like there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of confusion, but you have to sit through the discomfort. And I mean, that is fine. So when you're able to do that, then you start charting your course one step at a time, just trust. Like they say, trust the process. But yeah, no one is coming to save you. You had your parents decide what you wanted to do at some point in time or make decisions for you. But as you start to be an adult, you have to take the responsibility. I love this quote, like, I am the master of my fate. It's a poem. Be loosely attached to your identity. I think this is one thing that really helped me most, because I didn't think of myself as this is where I'm from, this is who I am. Just loosely attached to whatever identity I have, but because identity changes over time, so you can be anything you want to be. Just like my guy was say, Bruce Lee, like be like water. Life is not meant to be rosy. Oh yeah. So I grew up in a Christian background, and where I come from, when you start having problems in your life is perhaps as a result of you not praying enough, or you not following the standards of God or something like that. I've come to embrace the stoic approach to life, which is you just know that the hardship is part of life, is what makes life meaningful, and just learn to embrace it. Whatever challenge is facing you, or that you're facing, is just what is. That is what you get. And then in dealing with that, that is how your life has a meaning. Learn about finances early, like as soon as possible. We are in a world like is run by capitalism. If you don't have money, you have very limited expression, so to speak. You're not even free if you do not have money. So you have to find a way to like learn how money works, such that you'll be able to like make better decisions for yourself. You have liberty to make your life whatever it is that you want to make it. So that means you're learning about investment, you're learning about things to invest in, you're learning about savings. So it took me a while to like embrace the investment side of things, but I wish I had embraced it earlier on, such that I could do like a DCA, the lack of averaging over time, such that my money compounds. The investment gap, people will invest and people will say like there's a very wide gap, and I wish I'd learned that earlier. Yeah, optimize for roles that get you out of the rat race, because at the beginning in your 20s, you're most likely just learning and figuring out what exactly it is that you want. But find a way to ensure that you are in areas where decisions are being made, right? Like you can watch people make decisions, you can watch people call shots. Be in areas where leaders are, such that you know how these things work. So yeah, that's like one of the things under being financially smart. This is about relationships. People are going to respect you based on the level of respect you command. That is the level of respect you have for yourself. That's the respect people are going to accord you. I remember when I was just being there for people. It wasn't a reciprocal situation, and I was just giving and giving, and that was also like based on my background, the way I was raised. So you have to like understand the dynamics of how you were raised and how that's impacting your habits, impacting your actions in relationships when you meet with people and all of that. So you have to like learn to respect yourself then other people are going to start to respect you, because if you give people 1 centimeter, they will take a mile. So it's just what it is. I must say, like, it is a lot of pressure to be an adult, to be somebody growing. It's a lot of pressure, I must say, but like, you just take it one step at a time. I'll be the best wherever you are at any point. I mean, if you are a janitor, be the best janitor in the world at that particular point, because life is about relationships. It's how you're able to do well in a particular space, and it's just going to form a ripple effect later on, and people will start to call you based on the work that you've done in the past. If you're going to do a shabby work, perhaps you should not take the job. Perhaps you shouldn't. Just wherever you are, give your best to it. Also, like, if you're struggling with something and you've tried for so many times, you're struggling with something, perhaps you just leave it all together, to be very honest. I'm going to something else. You don't have to struggle so much. You don't want to be a fish trying to climb a tree. You want to be a fish in the ocean. Go somewhere where you can be the best at. Life is too short. What I'm trying to say is that you want to optimize this and work environment or career choices where you know that your progression can lead you to like one of the 1%, one of the best 1%. That's what I mean. Not like you're exactly like the best in the room. That's not what I mean. But like, when you look at the progression in the next, if you project into the future, say 10 years, 15 years, will you be able to be like the top 1% in this field? The answer is no. I don't know what you're doing there, to be very honest. But I mean, we all have like different ambitions. Information is power. Have to go look for the information. So information about finance, information about career, information about relationships, information about like traveling and all of that. You have to go look for those things. Information is power. And that's just going to help you be a curious person, and hopelessly curious person. By being that, you'll be able to like get more information in life that's going to like help you get ahead in time. So you won't waste time doing irrelevant stuff just because you do not have information. Do things in spite of your fear. I've done like things that I've been really scared about in the past. One, leaving pharmacy completely and then coming into the creative space. That doesn't even make any sense, like, when you think about it. And I mean, you're leaving that into a system that is not structured. You have to create your own path. Not many people understood it, and I mean, it's so scary because pharmacy was all, maybe not all I knew, but like, that's something that made sense structure wise, and it made sense to follow that. So like, having to leave that and move into the thing that I'm interested in, it was pretty crazy. And that's something. Leaving a job can be really scary when you really do not have a backup plan. I've done that before. You get a life what you have courage to ask for. Dream big. Like, one of my favorite people in the world is Navarro Ravikant, and he said something about like, it's the same amount of energy you're going to use to build a small business that you're going to use to build a big business. So why settle for something small? Like, dream big. And one other important thing that I also learned from Trevor Noah, which is your ability to dream big is dependent on your exposure. Look for exposure. I remember that back when I was in school, I would travel just for the fun of it. I just wanted to explore. Remember the first time I was in a 5-star hotel, like, I just visited the place just because I was curious. And then I looked at the design, I'm like, this is awesome. I was coming from a village, all right? But like, this is great. Who designed this? There is a manager in charge of this. Things like that blow your mind. So by exposing your mind, you are able to have courage to demand of life whatever it is that you want, and your imagination is not limited. This one, I got it from James Clear. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. If you write, then you are a writer. You don't just say it. Like, do things and let those things validate who you are. You understand? Like, a writer writes, not like, I want to write, then I think I am a writer. It doesn't work that way. You do things and you prove to yourself over and over again that I can do this. No fear will creep in. I know, like, it can be fearful at the beginning, but later on it just gets easier. Embrace uncertainty. Oh yeah, I can't say this enough, but like, embracing uncertainty is going to help your life because many people are just moving in default mode. Many people are playing it safe, and with that, you're not able to ask of like greater things, and then you just become average. So embrace uncertainty. It's going to like really help you. I don't know what this YouTube channel is going to turn out to be, right, in the future, but that's uncertainty. But then I can demand whatever it is that I want. I can ask. Oh yeah, another thing: surround yourself with people who see you. Oh my gosh, I can't emphasize this enough because this is going to make a whole lot of difference. To be honest, like depending on what life like dished you, you might have grown up in a place where the people you add there, say people you call your family, are not available to you, or they do not see you particularly. You have to like go out of that space and look for people who can see you. Do not like put your energy so much in such place, and you cannot change people. I wish I learned that earlier. As much as you want a relationship to continue and grow, there is nothing you can do sometimes, and just accept it for what it is. So yeah, pretty much. Go where you're seen, go where you're celebrated. And thanks for watching this. I hope you had a good time, or you learned a thing or two. I'll see you next week. And don't forget, remember to subscribe,